Hey, what's up? It's Leah Gooch. I am here to share a poem I wrote, and it was inspired by my first student in the Agitated to Elevated class I taught at the Ulster County Jail. This class combines yoga, meditation, and creative writing, and it came from me doing yoga, meditating, and writing to help myself move through pain in my life. And the class is essentially not to tell people what to do, but to help them access their inner voice so that they can find out the answers within themselves, because we're our best teachers. And so I want to help people be able to uncover those answers from that inner voice, that inner knowing, whatever you want to call God, source, the universe, whatever it is. But this class combines the tools to help you figure out how to do these things yourself. And so my favorite place to teach this class is in a prison. And my favorite students to work with are teenagers. So this poem is a mixture of a story about what brought me to doing this class, and at the very end, it's an invitation to take this class. So I often share this poem as an invitation when I come into a facility to invite people to join me in this class. And the first few bars are about me walking into the jail for the first time. I'm your new teacher, here to drop some knowledge, 33 years young and 2 degrees from college. My face feels hot, curious eyes look up, and there's a sea of orange suits and nowhere to duck. Mask the rush and the shortage of breath, sharks smell blood, but here I feel depth. The vibes are calm but with an edge. There are 2 on the phone making a pledge. I'm Leah, I said. I use the pen to vent, but I write my dreams in present tense. My life went dark, glimpsing my mental prison. I rode the Ford train for hours, unearthing what was hidden. In Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning, I recognized my own power and I started scheming. I will move to a place with mountains and salt water, watch sunsets off the coast, city stress not a bother. I listened to Lamar rap in his battles, fight the paradigm, don't get lost amongst the cattle. 6 months later, on the phone about a summer job, and Carly's sisters called, and all I heard was her sob. Lee, we lost Carly. She's gone from our grip. I felt my heart and my body sink. I read a passage on the funeral on stage, and I looked into Allie's eyes and knew it was my turn to be brave. I went in for that interview 2 days later, $25 an hour to paint a mural with teenagers. There's one spot in a juvie center. Do you know what that is? It's where you go when you commit a crime as a kid. They would know what it's like to feel trapped inside, seeing fears arise, forced to face them or hide. He said, I'll have to call your mom and ask if it's okay. He joked, not knowing her death was 6 months away. I met a boy, Naz, that summer of 2016. He shot a guy in the leg when he was 16, and born with dark skin in the United States, the odds of him going to prison were automatically a higher rate. And combine that with a mom who used crack, the obstacles in his life continued to stack. But this young man saw through me like glass. He knew I was good people, and he showed up to class. One day I was frustrated and implied I didn't trust Mike. He snapped and got so angry I thought he might fight. He yelled at me because I triggered a trauma, and the poor kid was so far from his mama. After lunch, we all came back together. I was fighting back tears, and Naz made me feel better. He quietly came over and asked, hey, are you okay? And that's all it took to help me get through the day. So remember that. Next time someone gets upset, it's an opportunity to pay back good karmic debt. But the thing that I found most fascinating about it all is it was their faces that appeared when I was most afraid to fall. Gliding along a zip line in the jungle of Peru, Naz and Lanes appeared, helping me through. Deep in a cell at Crossroads in Brownsville, I found young men who are walking angels. I see you all as golden tickets towards change. You're risk takers at heart and you have the brains. Trauma in your past, the cards were dealt, avoidance and suppression of the feelings that you felt. So now you're here and supposed to be corrected, and I'm hoping to shed some light on some ways that you're affected. So suspend your judgment on how class is supposed to be. During this time, we'll face our vulnerability, because the only way to heal is to face your truth. Just think of your favorite musicians inside the booth. They all started somewhere in the bathroom or a basement, heartache and dreams littered in each statement. Challenge yourself. Next time negative thoughts invade, slice them and open them up with a blade. Make them into art. Drip blood through your pen. Write your dreams and your stories again and again. I'll bring in inspirational quotes from those dead and alive and encourage you to write stories, remind you why you survive. We'll meditate each class, relax the body and the mind. You've got more answers inside than you can possibly find. If you do the work, more questions will arise, but that's what soul searching is. It's an intricate, dynamic ride. Family might not agree with the changes that you make, and some friends will say that you're being fake, but don't confuse your fears with their rejections. Be still like a mirror and they'll see their reflections. Is it love or fear? Question your intentions. Good vibes spread like an infection. I'm deeply moved by the work I've seen done, mental freedom not threatened by the force of a gun. And one day when you read books to your daughter or son, they'll look up at you with admiration and wonder how anyone so peaceful makes such a blunder, landing you in a cell in state jumper. But I think these things happen for a reason, the struggles and triumph changing like seasons. And when I watch you take responsibility for your actions, I'm inspired and try to do the same in some fashion. Don't worry about punctuation, add verbs describing nouns. I want to hear your truth and not somebody else's sound. And when it's a wrap, well, namaste, a peaceful pound. Y'all are kings and queens, so adjust that crown. So will you leave with this tip besides yoga, write, and meditate? Listen to your heart, and your conscience will levitate. You can always use the pen to vent, but write your dreams in present tense.